Welcome everybody, and today we are going to discuss about AMT. It means alternative minimum tax. Within next 10 to 15 minutes of this lecture, you will be thorough with this topic. So stay till the end to learn the complete topic. And bonus for all of you. Description, I have given the notes of the lecture which I have discussed now, so that you can even go through that notes. So this topic is very important, around 6 to 8 marks topic. Question may come in your examinations, so listen carefully. Now you may ask me, what is the basis of this AMT? First, actually, for companies, a concept called as MAT was introduced. What was introduced? MAT, minimum alternate tax. Because companies like Reliance was there, they were getting huge profits. In the annual general meeting, when they were to conduct meetings, they were to tell that we got huge profits, we are declaring great dividend to shareholders. And when they go to income tax department, no, we did not get any profit, no tax. Now this is cheating, right? Because such huge corporates don't pay any tax to government is a cheating. So how to come out with a solution? How to catch hold of these corporates? So government said, okay, you are legally using tax provisions to make your tax nil, accepted, but at least pay minimum tax, and that's why they introduced minimum alternate tax for the companies. It was a great success, and that's why similar concept was introduced for other SSCs, that is individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, local authority, right? For these bodies also, these persons also, similar provisions like MAT were introduced, and we call it as AMT, alternate minimum tax. Hey, MAT is for companies, AMT is for other SSCs. Clear? Yes. Which section? 115 JC. Come on, try to remember section with me. Repeat, जितनी बार मेरे साथ बोलोगे उतना ज़्यादा आपको याद रह जाएगा. So how many times you repeat with me? That much confident and clear you will be. So come on, concentrate and try to listen and repeat with me. Chalo, let's get into the topic. Now, to which SSCs this AMT provisions apply? The answer is all SSCs other than company. But there is a very important criteria that the SSC should claim deductions or exemptions under these sections. What are they? Section 80 to 80H to 80 RRB. Come on, 80H to 80 RRB. These are basically income based deductions. You earn income and you will get deduction. So if you are claiming deduction under 80H to 80 RRB, then you fall under AMT provisions. If you are getting any deduction under 35 AD, hey, specified business, you remember cold chain facility, affordable housing, infrastructure development, hospital with 100 beds or more, याद आया थोड़ा सा? हाँ, hotel 2-star or more, fertilizers, right? So many are there, 17 such items are there, don't worry. So 35 AD provisions, are you claiming deduction under 35 AD? Are you claiming the exemption under 10 AA SEZ, Special Economic Zone? If the answer is yes to any one of the three, then AMT provisions will apply. What are the three I said? Come on. First one, 80H to 80 RRB, 35 AD, 10 AA. If you are attracting any of the three sections, claiming benefit under any of the three sections, then for you, AMT provisions will apply. Okay. But suppose your income is less than something 20 lakhs. Which income? Adjusted total income is less than 20 lakhs. Then will this AMT provisions apply? The answer is, if you are individual, if you are AOP, if you are BOI, if you are AJP, then if your income is up to 20 lakhs, the AMT provisions will not apply. but income means adjusted total income here. So if your adjusted total income is up to 20 lakhs, AMT provisions does not apply. But did I say partnership firm, LLP? No. Because for partnership firm and LLP, if the income is less than 20 lakhs, that is adjusted total income is less than 20 lakhs or more than 20 lakhs, it does not make a change. For LLP and partnership firm, LLP and partnership firms, AMT provisions will apply if, what is the rule? If they claim deduction under EIT H2RRB or under section 35AD or exemption under 10AA. So for firm and LLP, if they fall under any of these three sections, it's enough. But for individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, artificial juridical person, they should not only fall under any of these three sections, but also adjusted total income should be more than 20 lakhs. Clear? Are you able to analyze? Yes. Now, there are some people who claim benefit under 115BAC, alternate regime of taxation, or under 115BAD, same alternate regime only for cooperative societies. If you are claiming benefit under this, then forget, your organization or you as an individual not covered by AMT. So if you are claiming the benefit under 115BAC, 115BAD, AMT provisions does not apply. Clear? Yes sir, we are able to understand. Now the question comes, how to calculate? Okay, we discussed some 3-4 slides, in that we understood to whom it is applicable. But the question arises, how to calculate? I will tell the answer. Step 1. What is step 1? Calculate tax under regular provisions. Like we studied income tax totally, right? As per that provisions, what is the tax? Please calculate accordingly. Hey, you calculate tax, add surcharge, but don't add health and education cess. Okay, don't add cess. Now you got your normal tax as per step 1. Step 2, you need to calculate adjusted total income. Step 2, you need to calculate what? Adjusted total income. Now how to calculate? You know income as per normal provisions, right? You applied all that income under PGAP, all that, right? So once you got normal income as per normal provisions, that is total income as per normal provisions, you have to add exemption of cess under section 10AA. If you have claimed any deduction under 80 H2 80 RRB, that also you have to add. And if you have got any benefit under section 35AD, add that also. But now whatever you are adding, considering 35AD, what you have to do? Yes, suppose you are adding, suppose 1 crore under 35AD here, you are adding 1 crore here in the name of section 35AD. So normally you may have got depreciation. Because you claimed 35AD, now you will not get depreciation. But because you are adding this back, you should give depreciation under section 32, right? So that's why what you need to do, you are supposed to do, claim depreciation. How much? Hey, plant and machinery, right? 15%. Or what is the nature of asset you see? So same rate you apply, right? This you do, deduct the depreciation and you come to adjusted total income. Again I am repeating step 2 for all of you. Adjusted total income, how to compute for that particular amount. Write total income as per normal provisions. Add deductions under section 80H to RRB. Exemption under section 10AA. Deduction under section 35AD. But relating to that, also you have to deduct normal depreciation under section 32. Now after adding these 3 items and deducting depreciation under section 32, you will get adjusted total income. Now time for step 3. Yes? Step 3 is simply calculate alternate minimum tax. How much? 18% of adjusted total income. कितना जी जल्दी से बोलो मेरे दोस्तों? 18.5% of, बोलो तो adjusted total income. Sir, where we got adjusted total income? अरे अभी तो किया था step 2. That. So that step 2 answer into 18.5%. Suppose your company is located in Gujarat, gift city. Your company is basically an IFSC company. नहीं समझ में आया है ना? International Financial Services Center. So if your company is located into that, then this 18.5 will be how much? टेंशन न लो भाई, मैं साथ में हूं, 9%. Okay. Step 4 shall we do? Yes. Step 4 says that what is the tax payable this year? Government says minimum tax should be paid. But that doesn't mean that government want to compromise with minimum. That's why step 4 is step 1 tax or step 3 tax, whichever is higher. Government always tries to get more, right? So step 1 tax, step 3 tax, whichever is higher. Now once you get the higher amount, what will you do? Add health and education cess. What will you add? Health and education cess. Yes sir. And then you get the final tax, which you have to pay for this year to the government. Now you get a question. Sir, we understood this. But then there are some special important things we have to understand. Suppose sometimes what happens, I said step 1 or step 3, whichever is higher, I said na? Step 1, step 3, whichever is higher. Suppose step 3 is higher. That means AMT is higher. In that case, it is deemed under the income tax provisions that adjusted total income is your normal income and 18.5% tax rate at AMT, or if it is IFSC company, 9% will be added. ये तो हम पढ़ लिए थे, याद है? Yes sir. Now this is not enough, but you also have to submit report under form number 29C. Oh, which form number? 29C. Good question for MCQ. So concentrate. Okay, 29C. You have to submit the form. When generally you have to file returns 31st July. याद आया थोड़ा सा? 31st July for individuals. For audit SSC, October 31st. Come on, October 31st. For people engaged in international transactions, November 30th. याद आया थोड़ा सा? हाँ sir. Now, before the due date of filing returns, at least 1 month before that, एक महीना कम से कम पहले. Suppose July 31st is for individual. So this form 29C, when it should be filed? At least on or before 30th June. Right? This should be filed. What should be filed? Form number 29C should be filed with the CBTT, income tax website. What is the new website name? Come on everybody, try to tell. incometax.gov.in. वो पुराना भूल जाओ, नया बोल रहा हूँ, right? This is a new website. चलिए जी, come on, concentrate. Now, okay, we understood when AMT is more, we have to pay AMT. When normal tax is more, we have to pay normal tax. But sir, suppose normal tax is less. ये normal tax है, okay? This is less. AMT is more. Now, फालतू में बेचारा परेशान हो गया. Taxpayer has to pay unnecessarily extra tax, AMT tax, है ना? So this difference is there, na? This difference between normal provisions and AMT tax, whatever difference is there, you can claim it as credit. क्या कर सकते हो आप लोग? Credit के जैसे claim कर सकते हो. You can claim it as credit. So for that, what is AMT credit? You should be able to calculate. So I am going to teach you. Concentrate carefully. So what I said? Tax as per regular provisions. What I said? Tax as per regular provisions. Minus, गलत बोल दिया ना? Yes, I will correct myself. Tax as per AMT minus tax as per regular provisions. So first what should come? AMT credit is equal to tax as per AMT minus tax as per regular provisions, then the difference is AMT credit. Now, can you get any interest on this credit? Because you as an assessee is at loss, because your normal tax does not meet with the AMT requirement. Normal tax is less, and unnecessarily you are paying more tax because of the AMT provisions. So government said, okay, to compensate, to support, we are giving credit. But is government going to pay any interest on it? कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. You are not going to get any interest. But the good part of it, but not that good, but still, this AMT credit can be utilized, can be adjusted, can be set off within the next 15 assessment years. Suppose this year AMT tax is more, normal tax is less, then difference you can claim in 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, like that. During the next 15 years, you can have the opportunity to adjust this credit. Okay. When we should adjust, you may ask a question. I will tell you. When normal tax is more, AMT tax is less. Please understand. Normal is more, AMT is less. ये AMT वाला hand less. नॉर्मल वाला हैंड ये नॉर्मल वाला, ठीक है. सो नॉर्मल इज मोर, AMT इज लेस. दिस टाइम व्हाट हैपेंस, दैट अर्लियर लॉस इज देयर ना, क्रेडिट, दैट यू कैन रिड्यूस. दैट मीन्स दैट यू कैन यूज टू रिड्यूस द नॉर्मल टैक्स. ओके, यस सर, properly are you able to understand? But again see the picture, normal, AMT. Okay, so normal we will deduct the AMT credit, but can we bring it to less than AMT? क्या AMT से नीचे ला सकता हूं नॉर्मल को? ना. So what they say, normal provision minus AMT credit. Okay, but how much? Ensuring that you pay at least the AMT tax. नहीं समझ में आया है ना? नंबर्स के साथ समझाता हूं, टेंशन ना लो. आई एम देयर विथ यू यार, राइट? सो व्हाई यू टू हैव टू वरी अ लिटिल? नो नीड टू वरी. लिसन केयरफुली. सपोज माय AMT टैक्स इज 3 lakhs rupees. कितना? AMT टैक्स इज 3 lakhs rupees. Absolutely right. Now AMT tax is 2 lakhs rupees. Okay. Normal is 3 lakhs, AMT is 2 lakhs. Now when we see old credit, it is 1,50,000. Now can I deduct 1,50,000? Credit should be deducted from normal, right? Can I? No. So what should I deduct? That old tax, that is 1,50,000, and the difference between normal and AMT और नॉर्मल का जो डिफरेंस है, दैट इज 1 lakh. हे नॉर्मल आई सेड 3 lakhs, AMT आई सेड 2 lakhs. सो डिफरेंस कितना हुआ? 1 lakh. सो हाउ मच आई कैन यूटिलाइज? द आंसर इज वेरी क्लियर. द ओल्ड क्रेडिट, AMT क्रेडिट 1,50,000 और 1 lakh, whichever is lower. So that means normal I can deduct 1 lakh and ensure that it reaches 2 lakhs. But can I take the normal less than AMT? No. That's what you should be able to understand. I feel you are able to appreciate what I said properly. Yes or no? Yes. Now I am going to discuss the last 2 slides and we will be completing this part. Foreign tax credit आ गया. This is the headache for every student. What to do? दिमाग खराब हो जाता सर, समझ में नहीं आता क्या करना. सिंपल बोलूं, ध्यान दोगे? चलो मेरे साथ एक्शन करो. कम ऑन. नॉर्मल टैक्स, यस. कम ऑन, रेज योर हैंड. ओके. नॉर्मल टैक्स, यस. AMT टैक्स, यस. तो दोनों सेम है, जस्ट फॉर टाइम बिंग. ओके. नाउ व्हाट विल डू? We'll deduct foreign tax credit here also. Here also whatever foreign tax rate will deduct. Okay. Now net normal tax. net AMT. Whatever is the difference, that either we'll call it as credit or we'll try to use to set off the credit. समझ में नहीं आया? Okay. Normal tax 3 lakhs and credit कितना हुआ? Suppose 50,000. Foreign credit I am talking about. Okay, sir. So normal tax 3 lakhs, foreign credit 50,000. So normal tax how much? 2 lakh 50. AMT tax is 2 lakhs. But here credit, foreign credit is not available totally. So we gave only 40,000. So 2 lakhs minus 40, 1 lakh 60. So now 2 lakh 50 and 1 lakh 60. How much is the difference? Yes, 90,000 can be claimed. 90,000 can be utilized here. Okay. So AMT जो पहले केस में अपन 1 lakh claim कर सके थे ना, we were able to utilize that credit. पुराने example में 1 lakh or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. So from normal we deducted 1 lakh. Yes or no? Yes. But can we do it now? No. We can do only 90,000. Hope you are able to enjoy. ठीक sir. Last thing for you to understand, and that is, suppose example, it went to the court. You filed the return, but the income tax department, the commissioner, assessing officer felt that there are some discrepancies. He tried to ask you to properly calculate, but you did not. It went to the court, maybe income tax appellate tribunal, maybe to high court or supreme court. And the courts ordered that your tax should be increased or decreased, whatever the case may be. Accordingly, AMT will be adjusted. Okay? Yes. According to the court order, everything will be adjusted. So these are all the provisions relating to AMT. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you understood. Please download the notes below given so that you will be able to enjoy it. And finally, hey, lot of efforts I am putting to give content to all of you. So do share with your friends to motivate me. Like and give comments. Right? And we'll meet in the next video. I'll be there to help you a lot. Any taxation law related doubts you feel that you want to clarify with me, have any suggestions, can send suggestions to my WhatsApp number 9010644525. And finally, thanks for watching.